Donc, tu peux commencer, Mary, quand tu es prête.
Merci. Hi, my name is Mary Fader, and I'm a grade 12 student at the high school Le Sommet in Hawkesbury. Throughout my 4 years of high school, I've tried really to engage myself in my community in and outside of school. I've been in the Prescott-Russell region since I was little. I was not born here. Coming into this community, I felt really connected with a lot of people, and that there was a big community sense that I didn't find was present in the other towns that I've lived in. And I loved this. With growing up here, I've developed this sense of community, and I want to give back to this community, which is why, after completing a Bachelor's of Science at a post-secondary school, I do plan to come back into Prescott-Russell region to work in research and do an analyze job. Hopefully at the hospital, which is where I have spent a lot of my time. Um, one, volunteering, and also that later came to a student job with the foundation, which is kind of where it all started. So years ago, I started volunteering with the hospital, and they offered me a position. And then I was helping them with their yearly golf tournaments, where I would help the volunteers, help collect funds from the community. And all the participants, they were lovely people. And it really showed how all these little gestures from companies that came and helped, or the participants that played golf, that it all helps because it all went to the fund to the hospital, and it's done so many good things. The wait time was reduced, we've gotten new machines, but like these little acts have made huge impacts on our tiny community, which is a huge thing for us because we're an hour away from Montreal and an hour away from Ottawa. It's not that far, but we're not close to any big centers or anything. So to have this in our small community means a huge thing for all of us. Everybody in the Prescott-Russell region can benefit from this, which is why it's so important to me to give back so that I can keep doing these small gestures that'll help to make something bigger for later on. Throughout my high school years, I've gained over or around 500 hours of volunteer service.
Very good.
I loved a part of my community. At every moment, I would just try to be involved, whether it was somebody coming to me asking for help or me going out of my way to find a post at, for example, Arcs Harvest, which is a nonprofit organization that helps families in need have reduced prices for their produce. And at my I just saw firsthand how uh, in this region we do have people that need that little extra help. And I want to come back to help those people because they might not get the help that they need or that they deserve. But working with those organizations, it like I was able to see how I can help them by coming back and doing something for them. And also, that was more in the domain of like food and food help. And I've worked with the domain of health with the hospital, but I also did a lot for sports. For 10 years now, I've been a part of the Glengarry Highlanders team, and it's created a sense of like belonging in me. I've always been with them, they've always been there for me, and I wanted to be able to do that for the clubs here. So I've volunteered with the local soccer club in Hawkesbury and at the elementary school in Hawkesbury, Nouvelle Horizon. I've helped with uh, their weekly hockey club, and I was able to not only help improve their little techniques in soccer and hockey, but also help them develop their sense of belonging. And they were laughing, they were having fun, they were smiling, they felt safe where they were. And that was extremely important to me because it's what I too when I was playing my hockey. I loved seeing that people felt safe and that people felt like they belonged in a safe environment. As for the academic side of my high school years, I have been in the International Baccalaureate program, which is a program that sees the same thing, just in a different way. We do more projects and stuff. We do a lot of personal projects and a lot of personal reflection, which has developed my autonomy, discipline, and perseverance. It showed me that success, it's not instant. It takes consistency and it takes effort, which is important because it made me realize how things can't just change in a day. We need to progress with it. We need to go at it step by step. And even when there's a problem or an issue, it doesn't mean that it's over. It just means that we need to take a couple steps back and go at it again. With with these personal projects, I also learned how to sew because they try to balance out your life and not just have it focus on school. So when I was sewing, I decided to do my grandma, she sews, and one of her favorite patterns to give out to the family is pillowcases. So I wanted to make pillowcases to give out to people in the community. So I coordinated with Valoris, a multi-service agency that helps families in need, and I donated 35 pillowcases for their Christmas baskets. I loved doing this because I felt like I was doing something good in my community. And even if I wasn't going to see the reaction of the kids when they saw this or how long they were going to use it for, I knew that there was a good impact because the people at Valoris were so appreciative. And I want to be able to see this impact to people that I know are close to me, which is another reason I want to come back. I want to have a personal connection. I know so many people in this community. They've given so much to me, and I just want to give back to them. Another huge thing for me that I loved when I was in this community is that I was able to attend a French high school. As an Anglophone, this was a challenge for me, but I really was able to succeed in my environment and with the people I was with. The community was always patient with me, and they were very nice, understanding, and by doing this, encouraged me with my own personal development, and it helped me better involve myself in the community because I am bilingual, so the language barrier or the language isn't a barrier for me anymore in the Prescott-Russell region. And I would love to come back and offer bilingual services for the people of my community. And next year, and in the next 4 years, I want to go into biochemistry at a post-secondary school because I love to understand how the world works and how different things impact different people. And with all these experiences through whether it's work or volunteer, I improve people's life because I've seen firsthand how these little things can impact somebody on such a positive note. And I would love to be the one reason why one person gets to have a better life, which is my end goal is to reduce the need of extensive medical processes in our small community because we don't have access to bigger centers like in Ottawa or in Montreal, which is why I want to give back to the community that gave me a unforgettable childhood, really. All the places I've been, all the people I've met, the associations I've been a part of, they've all been amazing and have marked my childhood experiences in so many good ways. And I just want
I don't want to interrupt you,
the
but you
next for the
have
future generation.
1 minute left.
Thank you. Which I would really appreciate receiving this bursary, and I really appreciate being considered for this bursary because it does mean a lot to be recognized. And I hope that I am under consideration for this bursary, but I would love to come back and show how growing up in the community that really there's a huge community sense, and I would love to come back and continue this community sense for the future generations. Thank you.
I'm just going to put my camera back on. Thank you so much. That was a really, really good presentation. It came from the heart, and that's the way I like it. So,
Thank you.
Mary, we're going to, like I said,